DeFiChain gang, welcome to today's Fireside Chat. I hope you're all having a great day and reserved some time for an exciting guest tonight. Before we start with today's show, we need to sort out some housekeeping items. First of all, if you like the show, hit the like button that the internet shakes. I'm sure our guest will appreciate it. So, show her some love for the first time tonight. Second, subscribe to the channel. It seems that still not everybody is subscribed to our show yet. And last but not least, click the bell button for the notifications that you don't miss any new stuff on our channel tonight. So, that was the boring part. Now to the exciting part. I'm very happy to found a really great guest for tonight. It took us some time to find time to record the show. Actually, there was summer and vacation and a boat trip, but you're all gonna hear about that a little bit later. But finally we made it, and I'm very excited to welcome a person that many might have read about or even seen her work already. But I'm sure most haven't met her or don't know who she is. So that's especially cool to have somebody here that is not so famous or where you haven't seen the face yet. But without any further ado, I would like to welcome Olgi. So happy to have you here tonight. Olgi, how are you? Cool to have you.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, I'm fine. And you?
Cool, I'm fantastic. Hey, we have to do the first take today 2 times already, the old professional, and you look so relaxed tonight. See? And because I'm so excited, I think the background disappeared somewhere. So we're gonna have a black background tonight, as it seems.
Okay.
Olgi, hey, where are you at the moment?
I'm at home.
You're at home?
Switzerland.
Where's your home? In Switzerland? Okay, we can hear that a little bit. We can hear the accent. Are you originally from Switzerland, or where are you originally from?
Originally, I'm from Germany, and I
Okay.
moved to Switzerland
Okay.
when I started to study.
Okay, because the funny thing is when we spoke German, I didn't hear the Swiss accent so much, but now in your English, I can really, really hear your Swiss accent. That's very nice. I like
Okay,
that. Yeah, that's
that's
interesting.
funny.
Cool. Hey guys, it's really funny because a couple of months ago I started like my shout out and said, hey, I would really like to welcome a couple of ladies on the channel because it was so male dominated, the show in the past. And I got a lot of feedback and a lot of people said, hey, there are so many great ladies out there and they are a really integral part of the community. And I said, so I need to get those people on the chain. And the cool thing is, so on the DeFiChain channel, I mean not on the chain. And the cool thing is I knew Olgi because I knew her work before, and we're gonna talk about this a little bit later because like the title says, Olgi, the DeFiChain or the Meme Queen of DeFiChain. So, Olgi, before we start with all these boring crypto topics and all that stuff, this is not a job interview, but I think it's super, super interesting to give the people a little bit of background. What you're doing if you're not creating memes on DeFiChain, maybe whatever you want to tell us, let me know a little bit. What's your background? I think that's always super, super exciting to hear.
Well, I told you already that I moved to Switzerland and I started to study biochemistry, but that didn't work out for family reasons.
Okay.
And then I did an apprenticeship as computer scientist. And yeah, now I'm working in the machine industry, getting some know-how in machine vision and studying computer science.
What is machine vision? I saw that on the show notes and I thought I have to ask you. I've got no clue. What is machine vision?
Machine vision is when you try to get a process better on a machine
Okay.
with the help of a camera.
Okay.
When you analyze the pictures.
Okay. So it means the camera gets a picture and then the computer in some way has to interpret this information.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And there's a lot of machine learning maybe in the background where they say, okay, that's a chicken, that's a car or something like this? Or is it more like to steer a process?
It depends. In my case, it's something really easy.
Okay.
It's where you need to get the color,
Mm.
if it's there or if it's gone.
Okay.
And yeah,
Cool. Okay,
yeah,
that's a field where I've got zero clue because yeah, that's just not my specialty. Okay, and that's what you do in your job day in day out. So you work. It's a very technical stuff that you do there, right?
yeah. I'm also doing the HMI of the machines where you
Okay.
can use them manually.
Okay.
So I designed this a little bit.
Okay, so design. That brings us to the topic. So you're a very technical person, right? Now you became the meme queen of the DeFi chain. So there are a lot of people who create memes, but you kind of made a name for yourself. And I said already, before I knew you, I saw your work, and I really like what you do. So thanks a lot, first of all, that you spread so good feeling on Twitter mostly with your little art. Tell me, before we then talk a little bit more about the creation process and why you did it, how did the whole thing with memes on DeFiChain start?
There was an DeFiChain promo event where you
Okay.
could take part and create memes and other media.
Okay.
And I started and got, I think, the second place.
Oh, congratulations.
It was
Nice.
a lot of fun. And so I continued.
So this was a DeFiChain promo page, right? That Jeff and Christian, I think,
Yes,
created at the
yes.
beginning. Okay, cool. So, I mean, I'm not creative at all, right? So for me, every Twitter post is kind of, so what do I do there? So I'm really not the kind of guy who works with a lot of pictures. And I think pictures are so nice because pictures say more than 1,000 words.
Yeah.
I mean, memes. Beside that there was a competition. I mean, normally people just don't say there's a competition. Okay, let's start with memes. Have you been using memes in your life? I mean, is this a way how you like to communicate, or what's the story behind that?
Well, in my family, we use sometimes memes to make fun of each other a little bit,
Okay.
and so
That's
and
cool.
so yeah, there's
Okay,
some
so
experience there.
okay, yeah, no, it's really cool. Okay, hey, you know what we do next? You sent me a couple of your memes. I know all of them, and I think most of the people out there have seen all of them. I don't know are they if they're in order, but I would like to talk about a couple of those. So the first one that I really remember very well because this came up during COVID times, I think, and I was rewatching or watching Game of Thrones, and there's the Mother of Dragons, and I found dragons always very exciting. That was one of the ones that really was sticking to my mind. How did you come up with the dragon topic, and what's the story behind that?
Um, when I was a kid, I watched an anime called Dragon Ball,
Ah,
and
okay.
there's this dragon, and you can summon this dragon when you find the 7 Dragon Balls. And so I thought, yeah, with a crypto and blockchain, DeFiChain is one of them. And yeah, this led me to this meme.
Okay, so it has nothing to do with Game of Thrones. So I was completely on the wrong track here. Okay, so that's Dragon Ball. So the younger people out there might know that. Okay, cool. Does the character have a name actually, or?
I think it was Shenlong,
Okay.
but it's a baby version of it.
Okay, good. And he or she is holding the DeFi chain coin or whatever, the DeFi chain symbol. Okay,
The Dragon Ball.
the Dragon Ball. Okay, I really like that one. I found it super cool. Okay, so that was, you called it Adventure, actually. That's the title of the meme that you sent me. The second one has got no title, it's Untitled. But I remember that very well. That's one of my favorite ones. This is a scene from. Where does that come from originally? Is this Ritter der Tafelrunde in German or something like this? Or
It might be.
might
I
be,
found
yeah.
it. Yeah, I just wanted to show that yeah, the community and the masternodes and the engineers all have to work together to get DeFiChain going.
I found that a very powerful image because it is like in these medieval time movies, right? The knights, they have to protect the realm or something like this. United we stand, divided we fall. Cool, I love that.
Yeah.
That's really cool. I remember that when I saw that the first time. And this one as well, completely different story. Did my math solution is DeFi?
Yeah.
What's the story? Are you a cat lover or how did you come up with that?
Yeah, my daughter is a cat lover.
Okay.
And I did a lot of memes with cats in it. They're kind of funny. I find so much pictures which you can use. And yeah.
Okay, so the internet is an endless source for your memes, of course. So
Yes.
these are all pictures that you just got off the internet and you just had an idea to it and you put it together.
Genau. There are already different memes with different titles to such pictures. So
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
you can customize it.
Oh, fantastic. Okay, so that was called math. Then the next one, community. I think the young gentleman is called Spongebob. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes. Yeah.
Why Spongebob? You just found it colorful and funny, or is there a different story behind that?
Yeah, it's funny. It's really vibrant from the colors, so it catches the eye. And I often post this in community-related stuff on Twitter, when I think this is now something that shows how our community is working together, and yeah, get some good vibes on Twitter.
Cool, awesome. It's all about good vibes. I completely agree. We are missing those at the moment a little bit, so it's really good to see these things. And then we've got, last but not least, the title of this one is Boss. Staking DeFi like a boss. Okay, so we have the cat theme again.
Yeah. And it's kind of, it's walking upright and like a boss. So this is how I came up.
Super convinced about what the little kitten is doing here. Cool. Yes. Was staking the first product? We talk a little bit about DeFiChain a little bit more in depth, but was staking the first product when you came onto DeFiChain, or?
Yes, it was. It was before liquidity mining actually started. So
you went staking.
There was only staking. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay, good. So enough about the pictures. Let them disappear. Yeah, fantastic. Okay, so guys out there, that's what Olgi is doing. That's why we call her the Meme Queen. There are so many more, but I think they are really nice representation of her work, what she's done so far. And she selected these pictures, so I thought we're going to share this. Now, for sure, you know who she is, because if you're on crypto Twitter, especially if you're on the DeFiChain channel, then you see or follow the DeFiChain accounts. And if not, Olgi's Twitter handle, we're gonna... What's your Twitter handle, Olgi? Do you know it by heart?
Yeah, Olgi89.
Okay, so. Olgi89. Okay, that's the easy one. We're gonna link it up in the show notes. Yeah. So follow her, like her work, share her tweets. I think that's always good to spread good feelings out there. Olgi, so DeFiChain, okay, that's a very special thing. But nobody starts on DeFiChain normally, right? There's always a story behind how people get into crypto. How was that with you?
Well, I heard about it, very early, but I didn't get into it.
Okay.
And then my brother always told me about it, and he was in Bitcoin and Ethereum already. And then my 30th birthday came up, and his present to me was some money. And he told me, now you have no excuse to not invest into Bitcoin.
Okay, and did you do it?
I did it, but a little bit later. It took me almost a year till I really bought Bitcoin.
Okay, but Bitcoin was your first crypto investment, right? Do
Yes.
you remember what was the price of Bitcoin at that time when you bought?
It was just below 10K, I think.
Okay, just below 10K. Good. So 2x at the moment, even we're a little bit up and down, up and down, up and down.
Yeah.
That was in 2000, hold on, so 10K. Was this actually 2017 already, or was it like after the big drop and COVID started and
It was after COVID.
after
Yeah,
COVID?
it
Okay.
was in 2020.
Okay, wow. Yeah, so good. You got everybody gets a second chance, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So then you started with Bitcoin. And then how did the journey continue? Then you started buying a lot of other stuff, or you were just observing and sticking with Bitcoin, or how did it develop?
I asked my brother what would be his opinion. So
Okay.
what should I do? And he said, stick to the big two, Ethereum and Bitcoin. Just try that, just hodl, just easy as that. And so I started, and soon I went to DeFiChain on Cake. This was a second bigger investment,
Okay.
also
S-
led by my brother.
okay. So how much older is your brother?
He's younger actually.
He's younger than you. Okay, that's
Yeah.
so good. That's great. A younger brother giving investment advice here. Okay, I like that. So and then he said, okay, now you've got the big two. You've got Bitcoin. You've got Ethereum. Now, yeah, I've got the next top secret information. Now you try DeFiChain.
Yeah, he believed in this project, and so I trusted him. And I tried.
Cool.
I'm still here, so
Yeah, no, that's awesome. Okay, so the whole family is in DeFiChain. So what do you remember what time this was? You said it was before liquidity mining, so there was only staking on Cake most likely available at that time, right?
yeah, this must be September 2020, so
Okay.
relatively early.
Relatively early. Okay. Do you remember how much DFI was at that time when you bought?
Um, I think 20 cent around
20
that.
cent. Okay. No.
Yeah.
Cool. Fine. And then you said, okay, that sounds interesting. And now I invest in DeFiChain, and you bought some DFI and you started staking on Cake.
Yes.
Cool. Okay. So, but then we said already, and then liquidity mining came. So how was your journey? And are there some events that you that you remember especially in DeFiChain that went very well or didn't go so well, or where you said there was a great move or this was maybe not a great move? Tell me a little bit more. It's just interesting to hear your DeFiChain story.
Yeah, I went into liquidity mining when it started. So I get high APIs.
You
This
did
was
it
all.
on the desktop wallet or on the light wallet, or you did it on Cake, or how did you do that?
I did it on Cake.
Okay.
Then with the cryptos, Ethereum, DeFiChain.
Okay. Cool.
And yeah, I just bought it and still stick with it and getting my cash flow basically.
It works,
Just
right?
easy.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, cool. So that you do most on Cake DeFi. What is a fantastic product, of course. Have you tried like doing it like on the light wallet, or kind of doing it all by yourself, or you prefer more using a service like Cake? What's your thought process behind that?
Right now, I'm using both. I'm
Okay.
also using the DFX app.
Okay.
It's really easy.
A Swiss team, right? You have to
Yes.
be true to your colors now. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm using liquidity mining
Okay.
on the D tokens, mainly on DFX.
Okay, cool. So you use the DFX wallet and do it all on the wallet.
Yes.
D token, exciting topic. What's your strategy there? Let's say you buy one D token, let's say Tesla, and then DUSD and do liquidity mining. and then you just leave it there, or do you kind of, when we list new tickers like every couple of weeks, do you then see what's the best API and you adjust? What's your strategy? Tell me a little bit about that.
My strategy is really simple. I don't want to care much about it, so I
Okay.
buy and get my cash flow. And yeah, the chart went up and down, but cash flow is coming in.
Okay.
So
The simple strategy. So you're not going crazy. Oh, they list a new ticker. I have to get the new ticker. You kind of stick with what you have.
yes.
Do you use a vault, or do you buy the D token and pair the D token with the USD, or you work with a vault and take a loan out? How do you use it there?
I bought the D tokens itself,
Okay.
but I tried the strategy with the looping of the DOUSD, and that's where I used the vault.
Okay. So all, and do you find it complicated or do you find it easy? Because I had an interesting discussion with Kügi about this today, because there are always people, they complain it's so complicated. And some people say, no, it's so easy anyway. I think it's like really the community is kind of divided, right? Some people, I think, who just work themselves more into the topic, they find it easier. What's your personal opinion? Is it confusing, or is it something that is doable in some way?
It is doable in some way, but I think yeah, using a testnet also would help the people.
Okay.
It's just getting your hands on it.
Yeah, and trying it out,
Without,
right? Yeah.
yes, without losing money, real money.
Okay, I don't know if you saw the last DeFiChain Demystified that we recorded the last days with Kügi. Have you seen it?
No, I
I
think
think we did Wednesday. No, wait, hold on. Today is Tuesday. No, I think we did one on the weekend. Yeah, we did one on Saturday and
okay.
on Monday. And Kügi said, use the testnet, because so many people are not using the testnet. Said, really use the testnet. So it's really nice to hear that there's really somebody out there who is trying and using the testnet. Cool.
Yeah, I think it helps to get the concept of how the mechanics are working.
Yeah, completely agree. See, and I mean, I don't want to say if you can do it, everybody can do it, but there are really people doing it out there, right? It's like I sometimes have the feeling it's only the super geeks that use the testnet, but it's just normal people like you and me who can do the same on the testnet, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Hey, Olgi, DeFiChain, right? We have our ups and downs. We know not everything is always running smoothly. It's like, most likely you follow the project long enough. I don't have to tell you where the issues are. We have this still ongoing DUSD issue, and we try to find the best ways to solve this. And there's actually, I always say like this: there is nobody I can call and say, hey, give me the best idea. How can we solve DUSD and how do we fix the stablecoin thing? It's like really the people in the community and the people in the ticker council and in the core development team, they come together and brainstorm. So looking at DeFiChain, very open, right? So what are the things you think, or what would you hope for, or what is like on your wish list, or where do you want the project to go? Like your personal, everybody has their personal favorites. What's on your list? What should be solved next? Or
Yeah, I think the most important topic is, you told it, stable DUSD.
okay,
I think it's one of the main issues you have to solve.
agree.
And there are also measures to achieve this already going on, in progress. And there are a lot of ideas from the community.
How do you feel about community? Because you do a lot for the community. Do you feel that the community is like, so why are you in the DeFiChain community? I mean, there are other projects out there. where you can earn cash flow maybe or something like this. Why do you feel at home? That's what I say. Otherwise, you wouldn't do the memes, right? I think if you wouldn't care about DeFiChain community, you wouldn't do that. So, what's your connection? How's your feeling about the DeFiChain community?
I think they're really open. Also, I got into contact with some people of DeFiChain,
Okay.
of the DeFiChain promo. They wrote me and told me, yeah, some more memes. We like them. And yeah, so it gives a good feeling.
Okay.
So you can connect with people, and yeah, you see the same people in the Twitter feed, and you see that something is going on. Yeah, that's why I feel at home. So
Yeah.
it's cool.
It's nice. Yeah, I agree. Do you have the feeling, because that's what I see at the moment, that the market is like really trashed, right? It's like you see, yeah, left and right, it's going down, right? It's not a pleasant environment at the moment. Bitcoin is struggling to stay above 20,000 and most likely is under 20,000 now. Ethereum had a big merge and still selling off, and a lot of projects are struggling to keep the price up in the air. How does that impact you? How do you cope with that situation of a really bear market, and how do you feel?
Yeah. For me, it's my first bear market,
Okay.
and yeah, it's okay for me. I'm not invested with all my money in crypto, so I'm safe. And I think bear market is good for building. It creates a kind of pressure. It creates some innovation, and you can really profit from it, I think.
I agree, but bear markets suck, right? So it's never fun. It's my second bear market, and I see it as you, and I think there's always good, of course, and it cleans out the shitty project, right? We get rid of a lot of the garbage in some way. It just kills the projects that can't survive. But it's never fun, right? So we all want to see a green day and a big green candle and the price going
Yeah.
up, right? It makes us feel better, of course. I fully understand. And I also understand if people are edgy and kind of not so happy. And that's why I wanted to say, right? Because I see this in the community also sometimes, that people are very stressed and aggressive, and in the times when the price is going down and then the price goes up, there's a lot of happiness. That's why I think
Yeah.
we need a lot of memes at the moment to keep the people
No problem. I'm helping out.
keep them delivering at the moment. Hey, we spoke about Road to 50, right? So quite a while ago, I came up with that slogan, Road to 50, because the story behind that was that in a lot of other projects, it was always Road to $1, right? But $1, we were at $1 already, so we didn't have to achieve $1.
Yeah.
So now we have to go back to $1, so times have changed. But then we came up with that road to 50, and it looked very promising. Okay, we are far away now, so we need about a 50 or 55x maybe to make it there. Are you still believing in the road to 50? I mean, I don't know. Have you ever believed in the road to 50? Are you still believing in it? Where's your long-time vision when we look at price now? I know price and value are two different things, but price-wise, do you think that's achievable? How's your feeling about that?
I think someday it will happen. So we need time, and it's not a project that will rocket up from one day to another.
I agree.
So we have still to build something to build, yeah, the community, keep it going.
Absolutely. And there's so much good stuff coming. I don't want to do too much advertising, but I was just talking with a couple of people today, like DeFi made a chain. There's so many new opportunities coming, but yeah, we have to build it first and roll it out and see how it works. But I think there's still so much more to go. So you still believe in the road to 50? Someday
Yeah,
we're gonna make it.
a good wine needs time too. So
Absolutely, right? People were saying Bitcoin goes to 100,000, and we haven't seen that yet, right? And everybody, 100,000 is easy, maybe 500,000, a million, and now we're around under 20, right? It's like you always have a plan as long as you get punched in the face, and I think the same happens to a lot of projects, right? So how do you maneuver the market? You said your first bear market, right? Okay. You seem to be quite cool about it, and you don't seem to be freaking out too much about it. Are you buying? Are you holding? Are you selling? Are you kind of dollar cost averaging in, dollar cost averaging out? Are you looking for new opportunities? What's your strategy for the bear market?
holding and buying the dip. Also,
Okay,
really simple.
It's not simple, Olgi. Buying a dip is really, I think, one of the hardest things to do.
Yeah, I didn't say you have to catch the bottom.
Because I find it here, and I'm in crypto since 2016, 17. I think buying the dip is still, I mean, I want to be very honest about it, still something that is really stressful, I find. Because you never know, is there another dip after the dip, right? And
Yes.
to be very transparent about that, if there's a massive sell-off, it still gets me, right? I think, oh, that's a big one. I mean, I'm not freaking out, but I also look at the chart and say, that was impressive. We lost quite a lot. So, okay, I think buying the dip is a good strategy, but it's not an easy thing to do. It's interesting to hear that you kind of, just buy the dip. It's good. It's good, right? Some people are cooler with that. Some people say, no, I don't want to buy if it goes down because we never know if it comes back up again. So I think it's a good strategy.
Yeah, it's a kind of dollar cost average thing. Also, you
Agree.
don't have to go all in when you think, wow, that's the most astonishing dip you ever saw.
An astonishing tip. I love that. That's true. Yeah. Yeah. But you say a very true word, like dollar cost averaging in is a good thing, right? Don't always put everything on one. There's not only one shot. Don't use all your bullets for one thing because.
Yes.
So how do you? But it's super interesting. So, and I think for also the people out there, very interesting to hear. So how do you deal with it? You say, okay, today I feel for it, or you say, okay, the next dip I put 100 francs in, or whatever, how much you buy, it doesn't matter. Do you make a plan, or you go by feel that, okay, that looks like a nice, astonishing dip. Like I said, let's buy a little bit. So how do you work on that? Some people go by feel, some people have a plan. How do you do that?
Yeah, I'm totally using my feelings.
Okay.
I feel that's good. And of course, sometimes in my family, in our chat, when they say, yeah, maybe I buy, then I think, maybe I should buy too.
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
kind of depends.
Is somebody else in invested in crypto beside you and your brother, or is it only the two of you who are the crypto geeks?
I've got 4 brothers,
Oh, you've
and
got 4 brothers. So far, I heard
yeah,
only about one.
yeah, one who pushes me. No, but we have 5 children, and everyone is invested.
Wow. Okay.
And
Who le-
everyone a little bit in different strategies.
Okay.
So
Okay. That's interesting. So even if you discuss the topics, everybody has their favorite coin, everybody has their favorite project and their beliefs.
yeah, everyone has their opinion.
Cool.
Uh, no.
And then do you come together sometimes and you sit around the table and then there's big crypto talk, or you're not living together, right? So it's like everybody's spread out.
One of my brothers is living in Switzerland too,
Okay.
and the others are in Germany. But yeah, we see each other on Christmas and
And then
on
it's crypto talk.
birthdays sometimes. Often, yes.
Okay,
One
that's
of the
cool.
things.
See, that's cool. I like that, the crypto family. It's fun because do you remember last Fireside Chat I had Easy from Easy Finance? And
Hmm.
she has her twin sister and her brother, of course, and they're all in crypto, and it's the same story. So they meet each other, and then
Yeah,
there's big crypto family chat. Okay,
yeah. But
that's
also got some friends who are in crypto, and yeah, a lot
understand.
of conversation happens.
Okay, cool. Well, where do you see crypto in general? I mean, is so on this journey, right? So let's say from nobody knows about it to complete mass adoption and everybody knows about it. Do we have the feeling we are more at the beginning, more in the middle, or more close to mass adoption? What's your personal feeling? Because you know why I ask you, I'm in this crypto bubble. I have a lot of friends that are in crypto. I have a lot of people in DeFiChain that are, of course, in crypto. Otherwise, they wouldn't be in DeFiChain. And because I talk to them a lot, I always assume everybody knows about crypto. And then it happens to me that we have a dinner invitation and friends of my wife come over, something like this. And we start talking about crypto. People say, "What are you doing?" And I say, "I do a lot of DeFi chain and I have this news show and stuff." And then they look at me and say, "DeFi chain, never heard about it." And then I start, crypto, blockchain, Bitcoin. Ah, yeah, I heard about it. So people sometimes have zero clue what's going on out there in the crypto world. How is it? You said whole family is involved. Are all your friends? Are there a lot of people in there, or you feel we are still kind of the aliens out there?
I think we're still aliens.
Yeah.
It's just a few people, and for instance, at work, I'm mostly the only one, I think.
Seriously, okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, we're at the beginning.
Okay, so we are all still in this crypto bubble where we surround ourselves maybe with people that know about crypto, and outside there's not much, right?
Yes.
How
Well,
how yeah?
I have one colleague who
Yeah.
always tells me when Bitcoin goes down.
And is he right?
um, yeah, he read it in the newspaper, and
So he's one of these guys who says,
yeah,
I saw Bitcoin was going down. How are you feeling today? Yeah, it's not
yeah.
good, right?
And I always say, oh, then I have to buy.
I know these people. They're always very. You never hear of them, and then when Bitcoin goes down, then they call you and
Yes.
say, you know, it must not feel good, right? It's like because they never bought, right? So when it goes up, they're very silent because they feel like shit. They should have bought. And when it goes down, then they're very vocal about it, and they want to
Yeah.
share their feelings. Yeah, it must be hard, right? But I told you, you shouldn't buy it. I know these people. We all have them amongst our friends.
Yeah.
Hey, cash flow. You mentioned cash flow. Cash flow is important, right? So, what's your very personal question? You don't have to answer this in detail, right? So, like we said, or I'm very curious. I'm gonna ask you holes in your belly, like we say in German, Löcher in den Bauch fragen auf gut Deutsch. Um, how important is for you reinvesting, and how important is like cash flow in that way that you cash out? Let's talk about this if that's okay for you.
Hmm.
And there's nothing, first of all, I want to say there's no wrong and right, right? Everybody has a different strategy. Everybody takes some chips off the table, or maybe not, right? So, well, how do you deal with? I mean, that we can generate cash flow and we.
Um, well, I still work full time,
Okay,
so I have my cash flow for the daily stuff,
okay,
and the crypto cash flow. Yeah, I reinvested almost
okay.
everything, and now I think, yeah, maybe I shouldn't have done this. You don't get poor by taking some profits.
That's
That,
a good one.
that's my that's my take home message. It's for the next bull run.
Okay, fair enough, fair enough. Right. I was having a similar conversation with a close friend who is also in DeFi chain, and he said, "We should have sold, right? Or we should have sold more, or whatever." But it's always a difficult decision, right? So like
Yeah.
you never know, right? It can go up, can go down. Um, I had the same 2017, 2018, but end of the day, I think the most important is not selling the bottom and leaving the system. It helped me a lot, right? So I was not. There was a point when I said I'm not selling. F that, and then I came out on the other side stronger than before. But yeah, of
Yes.
course. I mean, everybody wants to sell the top, right? And all the people who say they most likely, yeah, maybe some did, right? But maybe not all of them who tell you. Okay, interesting. Good. So we're gonna hope we're gonna see the next bull market sooner or later. I completely agree. Hey, Olgi, Meme Queen. Any other projects on DeFiChain? Any other things where you want to get your hands dirty? Any plans? Any things that you are working on?
Right now, I don't have plans, but
Okay.
you never know. So I don't want to say I won't do anything. Maybe someday I get into a project.
Yeah. Why
We'll
not?
see.
Why not? I mean, you're in a project already, right? So first of all, you're in DeFiChain. Second of all, you support us with your memes. I think that's very important. It's all about, I think marketing is super important for the chain, and good memes are marketing in some way. So you're part of the marketing gang out there. So that's really cool, and I really appreciate it. Super, super nice. Yeah, I wanted to tackle one more topic because it was really hard to get you on the show. You are always traveling and on the road or
Uh,
something. But you were not on the road. You were on vacation and you were on a sailboat, right?
yeah, I went to my best friend in Croatia,
Oh, nice.
and 3 years ago I made a license to drive a boat in Croatia, the
Oh,
coast. So
cool, cool. So you're a skipper.
yes, and now I got the chance to get into really yeah, drive a boat. Do you say that?
I don't know. I maybe.
Just
Or,
sail.
yeah, you to sail a boat. Maybe that sounds more professional. I've got no idea. Okay. So you can steer a boat or whatever on the coastline, or you can go out in the open sea. How is that?
You have to stay near the coast, but in Croatia there are so many isles,
So
so
you're
you
always
get from
close to
one
the
to
coast in
another.
some way.
Yeah.
Okay. Is this in German? I think they call it Küstenpatent or something like
Yes.
this. Ah, okay.
Yes.
Is the word in English? I have no idea. Okay. My grandfather was a captain. He was a skipper, so I remember his
Yeah.
stories. Cool. So that's what you do if you don't do memes and invest in DeFiChain, then you skip around on a boat in Croatia. Cool.
Another kind of adventure.
Yeah, it's cool, right? So I especially in Croatia, I wanted to do this for a long time. I think it's super, super nice there. And getting on a boat on the sea is a cool thing. And kind of this engage with the whole crypto stuff is also nice to get away sometimes, right? And be on a boat and on the
Yeah.
sea. Cool. So you had a good time there.
Yeah, of course.
Fantastic. Okay, now this is good. So that because people were asking, when's the next DeFiChain chat? When's the next Fireside chat? But yeah, okay. But I'm super happy that you've been here tonight. It was a really, really pleasant conversations, guys and girls out there. So you see, there are a lot of people out there that are maybe not so known in the community, that are not doing their own YouTube channel, or they are not in the ticker council, or they are not in the core development team, or they haven't done a DeFiChain project that was sponsored by DeFiChain. And I think that's the reason what we want to do with Fireside Chat, right? We want to portray and show people like Olgi who are there and doing a fantastic job for the community, but yeah, are kind of a little bit undercover and do a lot of stuff. And then, yeah, I think it's very important, right? Because people sometimes say, how can I help the project? And I think this is tremendous help to do things like this, because yeah, we are kind of a team out there and everybody can play their part. People say, hey, Lord Mark, can you tell me how can I help the community? These are the things, right? Create memes. I don't know, spread the word. Be an evangelist. Tell other people about DeFiChain. Come up with a great idea, right? Not only I want dollar at $1. I want DSD at $1, but also that could be a good solution. Have you thought about that, right? Because we all agree most likely, Olgi, you and me, we want DSD at $1, right? We can agree on it. Now the question is, how do we get it there, right? That's the tricky part, that we want it at $1, we all know. But now we have to get it there, and that's why we need the smart people to come together. And we need good vibes, and I think... yeah, it's important, right? DeFiChain community sometimes a little bit frustrated, fully understand that. So that's why we need Olgi's memes to make everybody smile. Olgi, it was super nice to have you tonight. Thanks for coming.
Thanks a lot for inviting me.
Yeah, I'm so happy that you came. I know it. The people always say, "Oh, I don't want to go on YouTube," right? Oh, I've never done that before. And you said, "Oh, no problem. We're gonna do this, and we do it in English." And I really appreciate it. That's very brave. And
just have to try.
no, fantastic, great job. And we had a lot to talk. Is there a last statement that you want to give to the community about DeFiChain?
Well, don't forget that we're a community, and it's all about mindset and vibes. So keep it going in the right direction.
I love that. These are very, very words at the end. I couldn't say it any better. Listen to Olgi. We need the good vibes, right? Cool. Leave us a like. I think Olgi deserved it. I find that really awesome that she came on. And you did a great job. Thank you so much. And I hope to see a lot more from you on Twitter. Now at least I know who the pictures are coming from. That's really, really, really
I try to give my best.
Yeah, no, you do. You do a great job. I love it. Olgi, thanks a lot. Have a nice evening in Switzerland and hope to see you soon.
Yeah. Bye and have a nice evening, everyone.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Take care. Bye-bye.